Good morning, everyone. Even though we are unable to attend the class today, we are very grateful to Mr. Mobit for giving us the opportunity to present the result of our discussions. Before we start our presentation videos, please allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Utami Maulidina Putri Wulandari with study number 099.
My name is Arinda Fitri Rahayu with student number 090.
My name is Rismadia Pratiwi, my last study number 098. The subject matter that will be discussed, definition of economic threshold for pest control, factor influencing the determination of economic threshold in pest control, and experiment technique for obtaining plant response function. Definisi economic threshold for pest control. Economic threshold is the level of pest invasion or damage that can be tolerant before the cost of pest control exceeds the loss caused by the pest itself. The economic threshold helps optimize pest control effectively, efficiently, and sustainable. It enables better decision making in agriculture, reduce the risk of pest resistance, save costs, protects the environment, and supports agricultural sustainable. The main factor influencing the determination of economic threshold in pest control. The type of cultivated crops. Crops with high economic value tend to have higher economic threshold because the damage that pests can cause is more significant. Type of pest. Some type of pests can have varying level of damage to crops, so the level of control required to manage these pests will differ. Expect crop yield. If the potential crop yield is high, then a higher economic threshold may be justified to achieve a larger yield. And cost of control method. More expensive control method than to have higher economic threshold. This inflate equipment costs, chemical expense, labor, and others.
The next topic is the income threshold. The income threshold is an important value or measure in the pest management. This value is expressed by the amount of result that can be harvested in connection with control activities. The formula for the income threshold is AP equal to management fee divided product price. So the income threshold unit is the weight of the product produced kilogram per unit area or hectare. So for the example, pest control cost in a onion farmer spent one season on 5 million per hectare. The price of the onion is 10,000 and the AP as big as 5 million per hectare divide 10,000 equal to 500 kilogram per hectare. So one larva results in loss of 250 kilogram per hectare. So onion alley is 500 divide 250 equal to 2 larva per plants. So next, we talk about the ALE or economic injury level. The level of economic injury level or ALE is a condition where the pest population, the lowest, can be result the economic damage and occur of the damage caused by pests is equal to or greater than the cost of the pest control. So the ALE value is influenced by various factors, include control cost, labor cost, type of control, proportion of yield loss, efficacy of pesticide or biology inertia, and environmental factor.
And there is 4 experimental techniques for obtaining plants response functions. First, we do observation of natural population, and then second, modification of natural population, and third, we go with using artificial population, and the last one is one simulation. Observation of natural population, we do each plot was observed for past population, then from the resulting data obtained loss of result. On these pairs of variables, the desired regression line is obtained. About modification of natural populations, the experimental plots were selectively sprayed with insecticide at different doses to obtain different population densities. From its experimental plot yield data was obtained, it is necessary to know in advance the effect of insecticide on plants physiology for correction factors when analyzing data. This method is used if the pest population in the field is high enough so that it can be reduced as needed. If the population in this field turns out to be low, it is necessary to first increase the populations in the experimental plots, for example, by planting sensitive varieties, planting trap crops, spraying insecticide that can encourage pest research, as has been done with the rice brown plant over pest. And about the using artificial populations, pest multiplication is carried out in the laboratory or greenhouse. Then a certain number of populations are invested in experimental plots according to the desired population level. The instars of past insects that are infested are destructive instars, such as larvae, or before the destructive instars. In this way, a good response curve will be obtained because the right population size is used. For experiments using this method, the experimental plot was surrounded by a greenhouse. The effect of Gauss on past populations and plant growth needs to be considered by and taken into account. And the last one is one simulation. It is to imitate or simulate the condition of plants injured by attacks from several levels of past population. Artificial ones can be applied, for example, by making holes in the leaves, cutting leaves or other plants parts according to the actual wounding process. In this way, we obtain several levels of injury which are then looked for in relation to the loss of results suffered. Before this method is carried out, it is necessary to conduct research on how for this simulation method can represent the actual situation, especially in relation to differences in influence of injury by insect pests and the influence of cutting on plants' growth and physiology in general. After we know the results of the plant's response using experimental techniques, we can make decisions about using pesticides to control pests. After the discussion we have, we can conclude that the economic result in pest control is a crucial concept with a far-reaching implication for agriculture, environmental conservation, and sustainable practice. It represents the point at which the cost of pest control measure becomes justified by the potential losses caused by the pest. And second, the economic injury level is a situation where the loss pest population can cause economic damage and occurs if the damage caused by pests is equal to or greater than the cost of pest control. And the last one, by using experimental techniques to get results of the plant's response, we can make decision about using pesticides to control the pests. Thank you for watching our presentations. We invite those who want to ask questions to ask in the comments column. If there are any wrong words or shortcomings, we are apologize. Thank you so much.